Hey, everybody, this is Wildman Dan, and this is our very first podcast. I am ecstatic. We have a very special guest, Cryptic Cat, also known as Catherine. Catherine, how are you?
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much, Dan.
No, thank you, because you're going to actually help me quite a bit, and as well as all of the viewers, because we're
Okay.
talking about a very interesting topic, which is something about old world and new world, even though we all live on the same earth. So I don't
Right.
know how these worlds became old and new. Seems a little weird between you and me, but I can't wait to get into it. But before we do, am I saying your name Cryptic Cat? Is that
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Cryptic Cat. Oh, do you want me to call you that or just Catherine or Cat?
Catherine, cryptic, weird girl, awesome.
Which
Anything.
one do you prefer? I go by weird as well. So we're in the same boat right there. Which one do you
Okay.
prefer? Cat?
Yeah. That's
All
me.
right, Cat. Cat, tell us about yourself. I mean, I see you got animals all over the place. You post quite often on social
Yeah.
media. You have some amazing content, amazing animals. How did you get started? Were you born this way? Did like a UFO come and zap you up and change your brain? People are wondering, where did this happen? How did it
Yeah.
happen?
I love that concept that a UFO came down, literally saw me as a baby, was like, yeah, we're getting her, we're taking her. She knows all about the weird stuff. So let's just grab her, take her, and then we'll put her back and see what she does. Let's just see what she does with it. So that's what happened.
Hey,
And I just grew up to be this weird, gothy, just weird girl who loved nature. And, I'm mixed race. So that side of my family, I'm Egyptian, Puerto Rican, and Filipino. So that side of the family just was heavily on they don't like animals. It's just look, don't touch.
yeah.
But my father, he taught me to love everything and appreciate everything. So I grew up where most people found creepy things. I found beauty in it. So I would always be outside herping, going into caves, climbing trees, just everything that most people ran away from. I was the one going towards it. So yeah,
Yeah, back in the day where you could play outside without getting kidnapped. Nowadays, you can't do that as a kid. No,
exactly,
stay next to your moms and dad, kids. We're going to keep you all safe. But I know
exactly.
that's amazing. So you were outdoors, loving nature, loving the weird insects, the bugs, and all that kind of crazy
Yes.
stuff, while the rest of your family was like, "What did we give birth to? Like, what happened? What kind of child did we just bring into this world?" I know
Exactly.
the exact feeling, and I'm sure many of our viewers feel the exact same way. Either
Absolutely.
what kind of child did I just have, or hey, that's me. So for all you parents out there who have a child just like this, just so you know, it gets worse, so much worse. So prepare yourself. It's going to be a great ride, and we look forward to
Exactly.
having you and scaring you. But that's
Thank you.
amazing, amazing, Cat. Now, I do notice you have more of a fascination, especially, and I'm going to use a different word here for all the viewers who don't know. I'm going to use the word invertebrates. If you don't know
Mhm.
what that is, these are like your typical bugs, but they're not all exactly classified as just bugs, as we're probably going to get into in this topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell us about a little bit more about what is it about the inverts? You seem to be really into that one.
Yes. So as a weird girl, I appreciate all the creepy crawlies, right? Anything that has horns, anything that has spikes. Now, what is an animal that you don't see often that has a stinger or horns or spikes? It's mostly invertebrates and anything that's a spider, a scorpion, an assassin bug. So those things just drew my attention because they look so different and so weird.
Hmm.
So that's what drew me. And the most of it was the horns. So out of the tarantulas, there's actually this tarantula called the Ceratogyrus genus. It has a horn.
Going on the top of we when I did a podcast for you, you talked about it. I
Yeah.
didn't remember the scientific name, and I never will. I'm so glad you're here for that.
Yeah.
Scientific names are not my forte, not at least with the tarantulas, but
Yeah.
I got a couple down just for this podcast. So I hope you're ready. I might butcher it,
Okay.
I might not.
All
Yes,
right.
the whole tarantula, it genuinely has a horn. Now, I think this is a perfect segue to get into the
Mhm.
body parts of a tarantula. Exactly where is it on the tarantula?
So this
Horn.
specific, yeah, this specific tarantula. this genus entirety. It's horn. It's more of a protuberance, meaning it's like a foveal horn actually, and it's like a bump. Or some of them have a long horn, a short horn, a dolphin shaped horn.
Okay.
So this horn is placed on the carapace, which is the head, if you will.
Okay.
So that's what carapace means. Every arachnid has this carapace, but not every arachnid has this horn. So this specific species or genus entirety has this horn, whether it's a straight horn, a rear horn. There's so many types of horns that they have, which fascinates me.
So just to make sure I get it right, so we're looking at the top view of this tarantula.
Yes.
And from the top, you can see the carapace, which is separate from the abdomen. The abdomen is back here. It's that big, round, hairy part. But the carapace is in front of it. And now when you said that the horn is, what was the word that you said again? It was an elongated portion of the carapace?
Yes. It's a protuberance or foveal.
So in other words, it's not a whole different kind of substance. It is part of the carapace that has been elongated to make the shape of a horn.
Right.
Okay, so it would be like as if my nail instead of going flat had just a big bump.
Yes.
And the nail itself made that bump.
Right.
Very interesting. And that is one of your favorite genuses.
Yes.
You know what? What is that one? Is that old world or new world?
It is an old world.
Old world tarantula.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, we're going to get into that. And I'm so excited. So we're going to be talking about tarantulas. Now, they're part of the invertebrate family, right? We're in this group, which just means, remind me again, it's something about spines. What was it again?
The spines of the invertebrates?
Or like the name invertebrate means something like they don't have a spine or something like that?
Oh, no. So invertebrates like arachnids, they only have two parts of the body, whereas like a regular insect has like three parts of the body. So the carapace and the abdomen.
The carapace and the abdomen, or is there another word for the head portion?
Carapace. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank here.
It's a long word.
Yes, it is a long word. Google. Somebody Google it.
Hang on, I got it. Head, thorax, abdomen.
Yes, right there, thorax.
Cephalothorax.
Cephalothorax.
There, we got it. There we go.
Teamwork. Perfect.
Yeah. So they have the cephalothorax, then they have the abdomen. Now it looks like these arachnids. This is what they are, right? Arachnids. Yes. This is what we're in. Arachnid. Do they have 10 legs? Because I swear I've counted, and it looks like 10.
Okay, so I see where you get that. Actually, a lot of people identify spiders or tarantulas or even other insects because of the legs and the counting of it. So they all have 8. Spiders and other arachnids, they all have 8. But the 10 that you're thinking of is actually the front portions, the little 2 front legs.
Yes.
They're not really legs. They're called pedipalps. So those 2 are actually an extended version of their mouth parts, but it's not their mouth. They just use those to help with either getting their food, gathering their food, grooming themselves. And actually the males, the mature males, those 2 front parts, when they become sexually mature, those 2 front parts, those pedipalps, become their sex organs. So that's called emboli. So those 2 parts, they become the actual part of the male, basically.
The male reproductive system.
Yes.
Very interesting. Okay, so not 10 legs, 8 legs.
Yes.
Then we have 2 mini legs.
Yes.
Used for walking, but they're
mini.
Yeah, hey, I like that. Grooming, cleaning, and then for the males, when they become sexually mature, they're going to use these legs in order to reproduce with the female. They become part of the reproductive system for the males. Exactly. Wow. Okay, so 8 legs, 2 mini legs up in the front.
Yes.
We have 2 body parts. We have the abdomen, the cephalothorax, but the top portion of the cephalothorax is called the carapace.
Correct.
Now, tell me a little bit more about this big, giant, round, hairy part at the back end.
Of course.
That thing is weird. And then that looks like it has 2 little legs at the end too.
Yeah. So actually, the abdomen is the most. You know how people say the head is your most important part of your body,
Yeah.
but what about your stomach? Isn't it more important? Would you say with humans, or would you say with any type of living thing?
I mean, I like to eat. That's for sure.
There you go. So the abdomen for an arachnid is the most important because that's where they store all the organs, their heart, their reproductive organs, the internal systematic system. So um, all that part is in that one ball. Yeah, it's
The
all in there.
abdomen holds all of it.
It holds all of it.
What is in the cephalothorax?
Yes. So the cephalothorax is actually a nervous system that connects to, yes, that connects to the abdomen, but it's not entirely connected. I'll get into that.
Wow.
So
So we have
spiders and tarantulas,
yeah,
yeah.
keep going.
So
Don't you
spiders
stop.
and tarantulas do not have blood. Their blood is more like a coagulating system where it's like just water, but it's not water.
Hemolymph
It's
is what it's called.
hemolymph. Yes, that's
Yeah,
what it's
yeah.
called. Yeah. So every per second, they're pumping that hemolymph through their entire body, but mostly through their legs. So every per second that they're moving, it's like a projectile. It's like 1 point second. Boom, 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 boom. That's how they move so fast because it's like a spring, and so they move all that liquid through their legs,
It's
and
like
it's connected through the body.
like a hydraulic system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So because they have an open circulatory system, is that correct?
Yeah.
Right. So instead of like us, our blood is confined to like our veins and arteries, and then our heart is actually moving it around. But for these tarantulas, what's happening is that blood is literally being pumped by the exoskeleton moving, and in that open. That is insane. I didn't know that the brain was the only thing that's there in the cephalothorax, and then everything else is in that abdomen.
Exactly.
All of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including the two little things that you said at the back. What it is? It's spinnerets.
And what are the and what is it? What are they spinning? They like we, like they,
Yeah. So
yeah.
So the two little tiny things at the end of the abdomen or the booty is actually what Spider-Man uses to swing his webs. No, I'm kidding.
There we go.
Yeah. So that's where they spin their silk.
And those things, the silk comes out of those, or
yeah. So actually, even though they're separate, but they still consider as a one system source. So silk comes out through both, but they can also choose which one they want to come out of. Yeah. So even though, like, if you look really closely, you can see silk come out through both of the spinnerets, but they can choose just to use only one or the other. Wow. It's very fascinating.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, now that we've got down the anatomy of a tarantula, I think it is now time we get into this big discussion. What in the world is going on with some kind of new world and old world? I mean, is this like Spider-Man No Way Home where we're jumping between universes or something? I'm confused. They all look like tarantulas to me. They're big, they're hairy. I like them. People get scared of them, and that makes me happy. So, what are we looking at? Why are these, where who is who? Who's what?
Yeah.
Can I be in the new world or the old? I don't care. Actually, send me back to the old world. I'm not liking the new world. No. Old world.
Absolutely. It's a whole new world for them. Basically, what we're looking at was when somebody asks you or tells you, or when you're going to a store and you see the label says New World, which is what you're always going to see at any pet chain store if you see a tarantula. Old World is a tarantula entirety, a different subspecies, if you will. But let's talk about the difference first. So New World and Old World. New World tarantulas are all the tarantulas are here in America and South America.
Okay.
Now, there's a little bit difference, but
South America is New World, you said?
Huh?
New World is South America and North America.
Right.
Or North America, I messed that up.
Yeah.
North America, South America, New World.
Right.
So I'm in the new world.
Yes, you're in the new world.
We're
both in the new world.
I made
it. And so the old world tarantulas are all the tarantulas that are found in Africa, Europe, Australia, and the Asian islands. So Asia and all the Asian islands. And Hawaii.
And
Hawaii, yeah. So those tarantulas have more medically significant venom or more potent venom, but it will not kill you. Same thing with New World, will not kill you. So old world tarantulas are more faster, a little bit bigger, but not heavy bodied. And they're more defensive and really fast. Whereas New World tarantulas are very pretty, very slow moving, very docile. I like to say docile in quotations because we'll get into that. Right. But they have a specific part of them that, sorry, those are my rats talking. All right. So those tarantulas, the New Worlds, they have a certain part of the body where their setae have an extended portion of their setae, which is their hairs, but it's called eradicating hairs. So have you ever seen a flower where you picked it up or a plant and you see like those little spikes on the stems and you touch it and you get like a little itchy? Yes. So that's eradication. So eradication is what makes your skin itchy or irritating. It's like poison ivy, but not poison ivy.
Interesting. And I think I have heard of this word, the iridica. I don't even know how to say it, to be honest with you. But I have felt it before. Like I have curly-haired tarantulas, or hang on, let me think of the name. Hang on. I was practicing the
scientific.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay, the Tillicatl abopolosis is the curly hair.
Say it again.
Tillicatl abopolosis.
Tillicatl applesauce. All right. So, the tantalizing applesauce spiders, which I actually have one real quick, and I wanted to show you mine.
Okay.
You're my baby, who do I love so much?
The way he talks.
This is a new world.
New world.
Here is my tantalizing applesauce.
It's a beautiful tantalizing applesauce. Wow. And I think that's a Nicaraguan one. That's so pretty.
I have no idea. Hang on, I gotta show another camera real quick.
Okay. Wow. I have actually 3 with me right now, and one of them is over 30 years old.
Oh, I only have one that's 6 years old, but I'm gonna get there. I'm not 30 yet. Or I actually am. Wait, no, nobody can know how old I am. Anyways, moving on. But this is my thingy. And then one time she did the thing with the abdomen, and she did the kick. Yeah. And then I scratched for hours.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, I was over here like, what in the name of tantalizing applesauce?
Yeah, you get like bumps and red.
And that's that
eradicating hairs.
Eradicating hairs. Now, where are all these eradicating hairs? Besides the abdomen, are there other places?
Yeah, so actually this species has it on the abdomen.
Okay.
Only on the abdomen. Yes.
Only the abdomen.
Yes. That's the majority of New Worlds. Now, there are some New World species that don't have it at all, and some that have it underneath the abdomen or only on their pedipalps.
And the pedipalps, once again, these are those teeny tiny.
The 2 little, yep.
The 2 little, let me see.
The mini-me's.
Little legs right in the front.
Yep.
Fascinating. So the majority of these animals are going to have those eradicating hairs or setae on the abdomen. But there are a couple of species that don't have them for the New World tarantulas. Some of them that have them underneath the abdomen and also the cephalothorax, or just the abdomen?
No, on the abdomen, under the abdomen, on the pedipalps, and right there.
And that's it. Yeah. And why? Besides to make me itch, why do they have these?
Okay, so I always say when someone wants a New World tarantula, but they also want an Old World tarantula, but they're not quite ready to dive over there,
Yeah.
I always say, if you're ready and you're well educated and you're well experienced, then there are actually some new world tarantulas that are equivalent to an old world because they don't have eradicating hairs, and their venom is actually equivalent to an old world, and their demeanor is kind of like an old world. So that would be your Samopaeus genus, or Samopaeus armenia, the sun, Venezuela sun tiger. There's so many. There's actually about 10, 10 species of New World that are actually like an old world, and that don't have eradicating hair.
Oh, so you're saying, so what you're saying is New World tarantulas are pretty much good starter tarantulas for beginners.
Yes.
And why is that? Even with the eradicating hairs?
Yeah. So there are a bunch of species that I would say docile. Now, when I say docile, it's because they are tolerant to either handling,
Mm.
and they're tolerant to not to kick off those hairs. So I have with me my Prince Charming, my Grammostola polka, the Brazilian black lab, or the Goth tarantula. And this species, or genus entirely, does not want to kick off those hairs. There are some species that are notorious for kicking off those hairs, but this one does not kick hair. So he's a gem.
Yeah. We would love to see him, but you're talking about, is it Tilicottle vagans? Is that the one that likes to kick his hairs a lot?
That one likes to kick its hairs, yes, but they are the man eaters of the tarantulas. They will eat the male 100%. But the one that absolutely will kick hair even just by walking by its enclosure is the brachypelma, which is your red knee, your flame knee. Oh my gosh.
They're
That
just
has attitude. They're just a bunch of tudes.
these eradicating hairs are for defense specifically.
Yes. So actually, the main reason why they kick off these hairs is for defense,
Hmm.
and making a web mat. So when they're going to molt or shed, they make these little web mats where they make a line or a bed of webbing, and they kick off these hairs so they can make a perimeter to be safe. So these hairs will they do it inside enclosures and in captivity because it's instinct for them to do that. So they kick up these hairs like a perimeter in case a predator were to attack them while they're in this vulnerable state.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, they use that. And for females, while they are laying their eggs, they will also lay a perimeter of these eradicating hairs.
Wow. So they're using these eradicating hairs to build a fence or a perimeter to
Yeah.
protect them while
Yes.
they are very vulnerable during this molting process.
Yeah.
With the exoskeleton, they have to remove that outer layer in
Yeah.
order to continue to grow. But now they're incredibly soft until the exoskeleton hardens again, which takes some time.
Yeah.
And then you end up with two tarantulas, and you're like, "What the heck?" And then you're like, "Oh,
Yeah. Right.
this one's empty. This one's still full."
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that. But now, once again, this is New World.
Yes.
We're still in New World tarantula era, or we're
Okay.
over here in the South and North America. So
Right.
these New World tarantulas, South or North and South America,
Yeah.
have the eradicating hairs.
Yeah.
Usually are great beginner pets, especially if you're just getting into tarantulas. And
Yeah.
probably one of the best ones are our tantalizing applesauce, or the
Yeah.
little
Silicado. Avapalosis.
Appleveloses. Hey, I swear, if they rename them, please, tantalizing applesauce. It makes my life so much easier.
Make a shirt. That's on you.
Right? Tantalizing applesauce.
Yep.
Oh,
Perfect.
shit, that actually is a really
I'll
good
buy
idea.
it. I'll buy it.
So we have these tarantulas, New World, where also their venom is not medically relevant or medically significant. It's
Significant.
comparable to like a bee sting, right?
So a lot of people do misconstrued that concept. Although yes, if you are allergic to bees and you have an anaphylactic shock when it comes to being stung and you need an EpiPen or you need to seek medical attention, obviously. When it comes to tarantula and spider venom, it acts differently than a bee, because a bee is a bee and a spider is a spider. So that venom, if you are, yes, initially, if you are allergic to something and your body reacts to it, then yes, you will have some type of anaphylactic shock. But it will not kill you. It will never kill you unless, now there's a 1%, just only a 1%.
And I bet I know it. Hang on. Before you say it, can anybody put it in the comments down below? What is she about to say? What's that 1%? The 1% chance, if you get bitten by a New World tarantula, you go into 3, 2, 1. Say it, Cat.
Anaphylactic shock.
Anaphylactic shock. You giggled the whole way you said it.
Yeah, anaphylactic shock. Wait. Anaphylactic shock for 100, Jerry.
Right. Or an allergic reaction. No, you're 100% correct. Now, only 1% of people that happens to is what you're saying.
Yeah. And if you are safe, to give you a scenario, you're in the middle of the desert. You have no way of getting or seeking medical attention within 10 minutes or 5 minutes of your allergic reaction. And you have no water, no medical supply or whatsoever. And that does happen to you. You're not really necessarily dying by the venom. You're necessarily dying by your reaction to it. So although the venom does play a certain role, your body is the one rejecting everything else. So it's your body's actually killing you than the actual venom.
Yeah, and we talk about it. I talk about it quite often in my talks. You know, this is just a severe allergic reaction where your immune system is responding, and it's like, shut everything down, lock it all up, and then swelling everywhere, and you can't breathe. But
exactly,
you know, for most of these kinds of situations, you can give or take Benadryl. Just document how much and what time before you seek medical attention.
Yeah,
and then you can also use an EpiPen. But the most important part is stab the right person. You stab the wrong person or yourself.
Or yourself, your thumb.
Two people go to the hospital. So make sure you look carefully, put your thumb on the right part. Usually it's color coordinated, blue to the sky and orange in the thigh. But always contact a medical professional or a toxicologist with any questions in regards to any venomous animals. Always better to be safe than sorry. Now, New World tarantulas. Best ones to have if you're starting off as a new tarantula owner. These are individuals that are found from the North America down to South America.
Yeah.
Now let's take a trip over here to like Africa, Australia, the Asian islands, or all the islands and parts of Asia. We're in the old world tarantula field. Why are we here? Why are they old? Are they actually old and sluggish and like old people or something like that? Like what's going on? What's happening?
Yes. So I personally, oh my gosh, it's like putting a knife through my heart. I love both Old World and New World, but when it comes to Old World, it would always be one of my favorites. But anyway, so Old World tarantulas, although, again, the venom will not kill you, it will pack a punch. So their venom actually acts differently from the ones in Africa and the ones from Asia. So the ones from Africa, their venom actually acts as a neurotoxin. And in Asia, their venom acts as a paralytic venom or paralytic venom or toxin. Huh?
Paralytic?
Paralytic, yeah. So paralyzing.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so Old World. Old Worlds are a bit more smaller than your counterpart of the New World. And they're faster. They're more defensive, not aggressive.
Yeah,
I will get into that one. They are fast, defensive, more medically significant when it comes to their venom, and they're just more beautiful.
They have some color.
Yes. Look, don't touch.
Let me tell you, the defensive. Oh, I had this orange baboon. I couldn't even open the enclosure without it, legs up, fangs out, and then Oh, is that no? See, no.
Right there.
No. They're insane. They're insane.
Yeah, this one is Chomp.
What is this? Do you
Huh?
think there's a big do you think there's a big difference between like what the new world tarantulas are having to deal with in terms of their outward, their
Hmm.
environment? Are they dealing with more predators or the old world dealing with more predators? That's why you get more defensiveness there.
Yeah. So when it comes to predatory sections and stuff like that, with the new world, you have a bunch of predators. That's why they have their eradicating hairs. However, their main predator is the hawk. The what's it called?
Tarantula
The
hawk wasp.
yes, that. We'll talk about that after. But the old world, they're they deal with so much. They deal with environmental change, environmental disaster. They deal with poaching. They deal with a lot of other animals that are predators. Everything to them is a predator. Also, the main defense that they do is that they rear up and they show their fangs, or they
Yes.
stridulate their fangs. So the reason why stridulate, yeah. So
Vigilate.
yeah, stridulate. They make this hissing sound with their fangs, like wait, not like
No, they do not.
yeah, they hiss by
No, they don't.
stridulating.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. Look it up. You can. It's very faint, but you can still hear it.
Hold on. Jacob, can we pull that up? I'd like to see that.
Yeah, yeah.
We can't actually pull it up, but he'll edit all this out.
Okay.
Anyway,
Perfect.
we'll,
Wasn't that amazing?
Are you kidding me? I never knew that. So what are they doing? Just like rubbing their fangs with one another? Is that what's going on?
Yes. So if you actually take two pieces of wood, or like, okay, pretend this is like wood. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, you could do it with this. Hold on. You
That's
hear
what
that?
they're doing.
Okay, so that's what they're doing with their fangs.
They're just
That's what
rubbing
they're
it up on it. Wow.
Yes.
And this is old world. These are
All-
the old world
All
tarantulas.
tarantulas.
All of them can.
Yes.
Wow, but the old world are more prone to doing it because they're more defensive compared
Yes.
to the new world tarantulas.
Yes.
What are some of the other, besides them being a lot smaller, usually a lot more colorful and more defensive, do they
Yeah.
have these eradicating hairs?
No, they don't have eradicating hairs, but they do still have setae. Now, these setaes are hairs all over their body, which help them differentiate. What's the word?
Differentiate.
Thank you. That word.
That is a tongue
To
twister.
pick up vibrations. If there's predators coming or anything like that, those hairs is basically a warning system, or their spider sense.
Yes, I have noticed that. It's almost as if they can feel your movement coming around, but
Yes.
that's because of the air that I'm displacing.
Yes.
So they're picking up on those air particles actually moving and they can
Right.
sense all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, medically significant are the old world, but not to the point where it'll kill you. Oh, sorry. Not to the point where it will unalive you,
Right.
but you're going to regret your life choices is pretty much what you're saying. Have you taken a bite?
No.
No.
Okay, I've gotten to the point where I've been hung, but not bitten. So hung. Okay, so I've had a tarantula where they use their fangs to hang on as a secondary arm or something. Like if they don't have enough legs, they will use their fangs just to grab on or just to hang on or anything like that. But tarantulas and spiders do not, it will be their last resort to bite. They do not want to bite because their venom is so precious and very futile for them. If they bite, they're basically losing out in a chance to on a prey.
Mhm.
Like they can miss a prey for the next if they use their venom, because it takes them at least, I think, 32 hours or 72 hours to regrow that venom.
Regenerate the venom.
Regenerate. Yeah.
Wow. Well, hey, who would have guessed? Actually, the difference is actually not that complicated as far as I thought. You have the same types of tarantulas, or you have the same tarantulas here. We have 2 body segments. You have the cephalothorax and the abdomen. We have 8 legs. We have 2 pedipalps or mini legs, right?
Yeah.
which the males are going to be using for reproduction once they hit sexual maturity.
Yeah.
We have the carapace, which is the top. We have your favorite, the horned ones.
Yeah.
Just an extended part of the carapace.
Yeah.
Then we have the iridicating hairs, or setae, which is primarily found for our New World tarantulas, North America and South America. Second, we move over to like Australia, Africa, and parts of Asia and stuff. We're in Old World territory, where the tarantulas are actually smaller, faster,
yes,
and a bit more nippy.
Yes.
But we're using the word defensive because it's true. We're too big. They're not actually out to get us.
Right.
And then the venom is going to make you say, ow, for sure. And you were saying neurotoxic venom for your African species, while Asia more paralytic?
Yes.
Paralyzing.
Yeah.
Do you have any examples of either one of those?
Yeah. I actually have both. Yes. So right now with me, I have 2 African species. I actually sold out of my Asian tarantulas, so I'm sorry, but I will speak about it.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So here is the OBT Chomp. Its name is Chomp.
Oh, that's the orange one.
Yes. I will not take out fully.
No. Be careful. I've seen these things. Oh my gosh. No, you saw it move? No.
You can see it right there. This is one of my OBTs. I have a few. And my absolute favorite genus, the Ceratogyrus. Here I have the Ceratogyrus brachycephalus. It's in this little one. See, this one, I don't mind taking it out because it's actually very docile.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Now, that's another thing. Some of your old worlds are actually very docile.
Well, it's like I say all the time that there are exceptions to every rule in biology. And
when it went in its time. It was right there at the top.
It's all right. Well, I'll ask you for some close-ups, and then you'll send them to me, and we'll add them to the video.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's like I say all the time. There are exceptions to every rule in biology, but just like humans, and humans can have different personalities, animals do too. I have several different snakes and lizards and rattlesnakes and tarantulas that all have different temperaments. Now, generally speaking, I love curly hair tarantulas. They're not super like, they're kind of like, oh yeah, you can hold me. It's totally fine. Just feed me right afterwards. But then the orange baboons or your OBT, whatever.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Don't touch.
No, I've never seen one, and I look forward to the day when I can see one. If you've got an OBT or an orange baboon tarantula that you can hold, send me a video. I would love to see that. Other than that, you got an amazing animal. Please breed that to another one so we can have some nice ones. I beg you, because all the ones I've ever met are like,
yeah,
it is.
Don't touch me.
Terrifying. I'd like to move into another segment with you real quick. Recently, I had a really viral video. Went all over the place. I was showing tarantulas, scaring adults and teenagers like I always do. And the tarantula dropped right out of my hand. And it bounced off the lady, off a chair, onto the ground. And everybody's screaming, it's dead! But the cool thing is the same tarantula I just showed you is the exact tarantula that actually fell. She's doing just fine. But talk to me a little bit about falls for tarantulas.
Yeah.
Let's get into that for a little bit.
Absolutely. So your tarantula, it did not fall completely straight to the ground, did it not? Okay. So that's where you got saved just a little bit. Now, if a tarantula, now this goes for any tarantula, even arboreal ones. A lot of people think, oh, it's fine if it falls. It's an arboreal. No. Any height can be fatal because their abdomen is not protected by any skeletal system like we do. Yeah. It's just a big water balloon. Yeah. So if it falls from a really high point, it could die. If it falls from a short distance, it could suffer internal damage, like a broken limb, but that's no big deal, actually. It could, in the long run, be fatal. before they molt, or so if they molt immediately right after, that's a good sign. But in your case, it did not have any fatal action because it basically fell on somebody and it had, what's that word?
It like
It had,
tumbled.
yeah, it tumbled. It just took a
It
little
was a
tumble.
direct drop. It literally went like
Yes.
yeah. And
Yes.
that's exactly what I noticed. But I do tell people as well, especially with like with new tarantula owners,
Yeah.
I explain to them like, hey, if this is your first time, you've never had one before you hold it, go to your bed.
Yes.
Place the enclosure on your bed and then hold it over your bed. The
Mm-hmm.
softer the landing, the better, in my
Yes.
opinion. The other thing is it was carpet on the floor, so that was great. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a fall, any height, I agree with you. Any height to hardwood floor,
Yep.
you're gonna want to check your tarantula very clearly because, like
Yeah.
we talked about earlier, it's an open circulatory system. That's
Mm-hmm.
hemolymph is everywhere. One
Mm-hmm.
little cut, one little tear, one little wound, all of the fluids that they need in order to survive are leaking out
Yeah.
immediately. And yeah, I have seen some bad scenarios with tarantulas, and it happens. It happens to everyone, but you gotta just learn from your mistakes. But if you're out there and you've got a tarantula, do your best, especially if it's a new one. You're working with it. Keep it over something soft.
Yes. Yeah.
Like we learned today, old world tarantulas are like,
Right. I do want to point out though, if your tarantula does lose a limb, sometimes they do it willingly. They drop a leg for any type of reason. But if they break a leg or anything like that, and you see that it's leaking the hemolymph, you can help it by sprinkling cornstarch on the wound, and
no
it would stop.
way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So cornstarch, I actually do that with my lizards when I'm clipping their nails. Sometimes I get the quick. I didn't know that was going to be totally safe for tarantulas.
Yeah. Cornstarch, baby powder. Mm-hmm.
Cornstarch, just go ahead and apply it and stomp that the
Yep.
leaking there.
Yep.
Wow. Coagulate for a tarantula.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That is amazing. What other cool tricks do you know?
Oh
that
my gosh.
people wouldn't? Come on.
Yeah. So the cornstarch. If you're okay, what's it called? CBD oil. If your tarantula is in death curl, or if you see it just acting really weird, just one tiny drop of CBD oil in the water dish, or flip it over, pour it in into the mouth, and every 6 hours or 8 hours, just continue to do that. It'll help within its system. Yeah.
Hang on, let's take because I don't know any. Okay, first I know what CBD oil is.
Okay.
Death curl.
Yeah.
What is this?
Death curl is when a tarantula. So you know how they need their blood, their hemolymph, to be pumping all the time.
Yeah.
If it's dying or if it's dehydrated, they don't have enough hydration to pump that hemolymph. So what they do is they start to death curl, which means they
can close up. Yes.
Yes.
That's what you call it, a death curl.
Yeah, like a mummy.
And so, do I take the CBD oil? I put it in the water.
Yeah.
And I put the tarantula in the water.
No. So if you see it before it gets into death curl, but you do see that it's like trying to open its legs and it can't, it's still able to walk. So you just pour that CBD oil into the water dish. Every tarantula, please leave a water dish in there. After they're eating, they're always thirsty. So leave the water dish in there. Anyways, once you do see that your tarantula is in death curl and you do not see it like no way out, like it's not coming back from that, you can flip it over. If you do see the abdomen pumping a little bit, then that's when you can use a dropper and drop one drop into the mouth. Do that every 6 hours or every 5 hours and just try and save it. But 90% of the case, it's already gone.
Got it. But you can still at least try.
So you can still at least try.
But don't let it get there. Wow. Okay. So death curl CBD oil, not a whole lot, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And get it right into the actual fangs because the fangs are the mouth part itself.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Wow. Fascinating. I had
Mm-hmm.
no idea. That is a really good tip to have.
Yeah.
Last question. People who get a tarantula, how do you actually safely interact with your tarantula? I feel like that's something the whole world would want to see. Is there any way we can get two
Yep.
birds with one stone? Can we see this black beauty? And
Yeah, of course.
also, what
Hmm.
is a safe and appropriate way to gently and carefully hold and manage your tarantula?
Absolutely. Let me turn off my fan because airflow, they do not like that. So let me just turn it off real quick.
We learned that the hair is very sensitive to that. Yes, yes, ma'am.
And move this chair out of the way. All right. So you always need a catch cup. Okay. You
Cat.
always need either a straw or a paintbrush. I always like to use a straw first because if they bite, they will always have the reaction to, is it food? Let me strike at it. So when they do strike, or if they do have a food response, they're going to bite either the straw, which is not going to hurt their fangs, or the soft part of the paintbrush. Okay,
Interesting.
forget the tongs.
No tongs, ladies and gentlemen. No tongs. Get yourself a straw.
Right. Always work on the floor. So I'm going to move you guys in a minute.
So that the tarantula doesn't fall. See, that's on top of it. Here goes.
Good thing that was just
Move
straw.
everything.
No, yeah, that was just the extra paintbrush. All right, so I'm going to move my other tarantulas out the way. Move, get out the way. All right. Sorry, it's a little dark in here.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Yeah. So, catch cup, if anything. I need a bigger space. All right, so this is Gotham.
Yeah.
My grandma's still a Pokra. I'm going to. Can you guys see that a little bit?
Yes, we can. Oh, look at him. And it's a boy?
It's a boy. He just matured into a mature male.
Also, his pedipalps now work.
Yes. All right. So, straw, back leg. I'm going to tap the back leg. Ooh, he's got a food response. Honey, you want to come out? No? Okay. So, he's not having it today. And we're not going to push him. Yeah.
No,
really?
thanks.
He was fine all day. Now that I'm on TV, he doesn't want to.
Hey, the boy's mature. What can you say? You know, he just hit maturity. He thinks he knows what's happening in the world.
Oh, hold on.
Maybe spoke too soon?
Maybe let me use the paintbrush. Okay. We're having it. Yeah, okay. You get your catch cup. Softly.
Interesting. So you're looking for very gentle movement.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're guiding him over to the catch cup.
Yeah.
From the catch cup to your hand now. And you're allowing him to go ahead and walk on when he's ready.
Yes. So here's something to note. Tarantulas do not like the feel of human skin. However, a trick that I do is I tap the ground or the dirt with my hand, and then I just let him, so it's like coated. Come on, Gotham, you're making me look bad.
No, you're doing a great job.
There we go.
Wow.
There we go.
To give him something that he's used to.
Yeah. There we go. And you always want your hand and to speak very low because they feel all that vibration. You're low to the ground or over their enclosure.
Mm-hmm. Or in another case, over like a bed or something in the event.
Right.
It does trump off. Because I've seen that. They're just like, and it's like, there's nothing you can do.
Right. So you never want to speak over them because of our breath, the hairs.
Yes.
They're very sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah,
usually,
when I'm doing my talk, I usually have it off to the side and I'm speaking this way. So
yeah,
everything is over here while my tarantula is perfectly fine.
yeah, I see that. I see that you do that. You do such a great job, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And you always just let them go where they want to. So, and we're going to go back. Good job, Gotham.
Wow, that was amazing.
High
And what a
five.
beautiful tarantula.
Thank you.
What is the scientific name?
He is a Grammostola pulchra, the Brazilian black lab, or the Goth tarantula.
Grammostola pulchra.
Grammostola pulchra.
Grammopola snocla. Okay. I'll get it eventually. I like the goth tarantula. I think that is incredible. Wow. Cat,
Thank you.
that is a beautiful young man that you have raised there. Please
Thank
tell
you.
me, do we have plans of finding him his bride?
Absolutely. I'm desperate. Desperate, I tell you.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you know where you can find a Grammaticus anarchus goth tarantula, I'm never going to get the scientific name right.
Grammostola
Gotta
pulchra.
let my girl know. Cryptic Cat. That's Cryptic Cat, all one word. CRYPTICKE on Instagram. You can also find her on her YouTube channel. Find Catherine. Let's get a girl going. Now, I'm assuming, are we going to lose a young man in this reproduction series?
Okay, so I actually paired my Goliath bird eater yesterday or the day before, male and female. I paired them. And with him, with Gotham, if I have a female, I'm going to do my best, absolute best to save him. That species, the female isn't particularly fond of eating the male, but it is possible. And the lifespan of this genus actually it lives longer than any other male tarantula when they mature.
So they don't have like a timeline.
They do. It's just longer. It's prolonged than other species. So his lifespan in good condition, he will live up to 7 years, whereas the Tilicado or mostly the Tilicado and other New World species males, they don't live long for like 1 to 5 years.
Wow, that's very
Yeah.
well. Let's save this beautiful male here. I don't want anything to happen to him. Plus, Gotham will be very lonely without its ruler. Well, Kat, I gotta say thank you so much. It has been amazing learning about the New World tarantulas, which we now know North and South America. Old World tarantulas, pretty much everywhere else, including Hawaii. Don't forget, Hawaii is in the Old World. And if you're starting out, get yourself a New World tarantula. Get the tantalizing applesauce tarantulas. That is the one that you want. The Tilicata
Albipilosis.
Apopolosis. Get yourself a tantalizing applesauce tarantula today. Now, last thing before we go, Cryptic Cat, it sounded like you said that you sold or you found homes for all of your Asian species. Do you breed and also sell tarantulas?
Yeah, so I'm actually breeding my Goliath bird eater, the Theraphosa sturmi. I actually the ones that I had of the Old World, they were already in my collection.
Gotcha.
So I already had like double of those. So the last show that I did was in New York, Long Island show at the Reptile Expo. I sold out basically all of that I had there. So yeah, I'm just downsizing right now, and as soon as my girl drops an egg sac, they will be available. So just hit me up.
So let's find Cryptic Cat if you're looking for a new tarantula for yourself. She'll definitely help you out. She'll make sure that everything is set to go and you have all the information that you need. Don't forget your straws and also your paintbrushes in order to start that process of letting your tarantula know, hey, it's not feeding time. It's come to time. It's, time to come play. And the catch cup right there. And a new thing I didn't know, use a little bit of the dirt to mask the scent as well as the feeling of your own hand. And I think two of the greatest lessons, if you have a tarantula that's injured, the cornstarch is a great way to stop that hemolymph from coming out. And
Mm-hmm.
then the other one, what was it? Hang on, I have it on the tip of my tongue here. Hang on. Oh, the death curl.
Yes.
Death curl. You
Yeah.
want to bring in some CBD oil.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed that. How did you learn that, Cat? Honestly.
Yeah. So on YouTube, there's this. He actually helped me and a lot of people. So, Tarantula Guy 1976 is the YouTube name. His name is Rob C, I think. Very old video, but in his video, he actually helped his tarantula from impaction and DKS. So DKS is actually a systematic condition where tarantulas get when they get sick and they come into this condition. So he experimented on it and it worked. It helped. I did it. It worked 4 times with me. So
wow.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to him. Thank you so much. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Kat, any final thoughts before we go for the audience here?
Yes. Please be kind to all animals, all living things, human and animal alike. Do not become the negative person that's already in your head. Be positive and just do your best every day.
I love it. I love it. This was the Wild Man Dan Show. This was the edition for New World and Old World tarantulas, plus a lot of nice little nuggets that I guarantee you are going to help you if you have a tarantula at home. Don't forget, the biggest thing about my show is that we love turning fear into respect. The more you know, the less you're going to fear. And if you end up at my show, I would love to help you with any fears that you have, especially if it's tarantulas. You can come meet mine. They promise you they're super sweet. They're not out to hurt you. They want to buy something that they can eat. I may scare you a little bit at the show, but I promise you right afterwards, I'll be right there to help you. And please don't hit my hand. I don't want my baby falling out anymore. Thank God it was a little tumble. I don't want anything worse. I have so many of them, my tantalizing applesauce tarantulas. And look out, because I'm bringing out a shirt. Tantalizing applesauce tarantula or the Tililicata appleblossus.
Yay!
Did I get it? I probably butchered it.
Good job.
Kat, it's been an honor and a pleasure. Thank you so much. Everybody watching today, thank you guys. Love you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Make sure you look for my girl Cryptic Cat on social media. She's got Instagram, YouTube, you name it. She's all over the place. Find her, blow her up as well. I look forward to seeing you all next time, and take care. God bless.